I am Abu Bara Mohammed Amriki, and I am here to talk about presidential election of 2024 and about the recent slaughter of blacks in Florida by a white supremacist. So in this particular video, I'd like to talk about some realities that black Americans will have to face related to the 2024 presidential election. Is that the white supremacist is going to be very active. I say it again, that the white supremacists are going to be very active related to retaliation against Donald Trump. So, as we know, the political chaos and the political issues related to Donald Trump, or former President Donald Trump, and his indictment. And we know that the Republican Party wants to get into the current administration due to the misuse or the dysfunction of President Joe Biden. We're saying that we know that this election is going to be a very important election in the United States, but I truly believe there's going to be bloodshed. There's going to be some bloodshed due to it. And if you look in American history, that acts of violence or political acts of violence have been taken out on black Americans related to political issues in the government. So the killings of 3 black people in Florida by a white supremacist is something that we're going to see a lot of, right? Either or they're going to be lone wolves from the white supremacist group who feel that white peoples are threatened in the United States due to the white supremacist replacement theory. And we can see some of these things from the replacement theory being practiced by the government. For example, the overturn of Roe versus Wade, the overturn of affirmative action related to college administration. We can find that the replacement theory is in full effect by the U.S. government. When these things are done, those who follow the white supremacist ways from their foot soldiers are going to go out and do things that's going to target and hurt black people, and all black people. I don't care what part of the party you're following or you don't follow a party or not, that all black people are going to be targets. All black Americans are going to be targets. So black people need to be on point. Black people need to be on point. And the incident in Florida, the white supremacists who killed 3 black people and start shooting up and shooting at random black people, is a sign that these things are not going to stop. Rather, they're going to increase. Especially when you look in Florida at the current governor who has made a political attack on black Americans from taking out black history or re-narrating black history as it's been something, slavery in America is something good for black people and they learn tools. So these are some of the signs of the political movement to attack against attacks of blacks. Most likely it was the thing that motivated, or one of the things that motivated the white supremacists from shooting and killing 3 black people in Florida, right? The racist governor himself, the anti-black rhetoric coming from the Republican Party, and also the anti-black message coming from the Democratic Party, who Joe Biden himself has done nothing related to black people, who most blacks have voted him in the last election. So black people need to be on their guard politically. And related to 2024 presidential election is going to be bloody. Black people need to be on guard, even before the election and even after election. No matter who wins in the election, we need to be on guard. Rather the Republicans win, we're definitely going to have to be on guard, because the white supremacists, when they get in office, they foot soldiers go on a rampage. Whether it's the white supremacist soldier from law enforcement, white supremacist who works in law enforcement or in government, or the white supremacist lone wolf, they're going to have their attack on black people. And if the Democratic Party wins The white supremacists are still going to go and attack black people to take out their anger that the Democrats are still in office. They're going to take out their anger on black people. If you look in history, in United States of America history, white supremacists have always taken out their anger and their frustrations on blacks by either killing and lynching them. Nothing's going to stop. So black people, related to presidential election of 2024, every black American needs to be on guard. Needs to be on guard. Don't think because you live in an all-black city or all-black town that the white supremacists won't go in your house, in your town, in your home, and harass you or kill you. If we see the incident in Buffalo, New York, where the white supremacists went into a black area inside a supermarket and start shooting up black people, and he didn't live in that town. He didn't live in that county. Just like right now, that white supremacist in Florida who went to an all-black area, all-black shopping area, and shot up and killed black people. So you could be in your all-black towns where no white people live, they still will come and attack you in your homes, in your towns. And historically, white people have always done this historically in the United States by destroying black neighborhoods like Tallahassee massacre and other massacres where the white people went into the black areas and destroyed them. So don't think that these things cannot happen within the United States. Black people right now within the United States are all asleep. Are all asleep. If we go across social media right now, whether it's popular with black people on social media, for example, like the Manosphere on YouTube, everybody from blacks who own channels like YouTube channels, social media platforms, or social media influencers are black, all of them are talking about the gender war between black men and black women. Nobody is talking about white supremacy and what is happening politically in the United States. Right? What's happening politically. So when we see these gun massacres and white supremacists are going to the black neighborhoods and black areas and shooting up black people and killing them, don't think that this is an isolated incident. This is not an isolated incident. This is a political incident. And you're going to see more of it, and black people need to be on guard, right? When people are talking about, and don't think that this is something that's coming from the Republican Party only, the white supremacists. It's also coming from the Democratic Party. The white supremacists from the Republican Party and the Democratic Party have the same objective. It's just how they reach their objective is different. The white supremacists from the Republican Party openly harm black people. Like this lone wolf, this white supremacist who went in Florida and shot up an area of black people and killed black people. It's no different from the Democratic Party bringing illegal migrants into all black neighborhoods. These are all moves of white supremacy to what? Harm black people or to replace black people. Right? So either or, harm black people or to replace black people. All of this is coming from the white supremacists. I don't care if it's a Republican, I don't care if it's a Democrat, all of these things are coming from the white supremacists. Is this the Republican Party? Has their own methods of doing things? Let's remember, Roe versus Wade was overturned while the Democratic Party, who's pro-choice, was in office. Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. Why? While the administration of the government is from the Democratic Party and the Democratic president. Just like affirmative action related to the admitting students into college or college applications. This is overturned while the Democratic Party has the administration of the government, while the Democratic president Joe Biden is there. So don't think that because the Democratic Party is there or have the presidency that they're not with the Republican Party. All these things related to Roe versus Wade being overturned and affirmative action related to college admin has been overturned while the Democratic Party is in office, has the head of the seat in office. So the white supremacist is also the Democratic Party. They make believe or put the front. Oh, this happened under our watch. Oh man, this is the Republicans doing. No, this is the Democratic Party allowing these things to happen because look, the riverboat incident in Alabama was only a battle won, wasn't a war won. Right after, a month or so, right after the riverboat incident, where a group of white people was beating up a black person and black people winning attacks, then you got this other white guy in Florida. Goes to an all black neighborhood and shoot up black people. Don't think that he could have been motivated or been upset about what happened in Alabama.